Hey everybody, my name is Lowell and welcome to the channel. So for our weekly dose of David Phelps, today we're going to do He's Alive. Now, I know we've done this song in the Tent Revival. This one is going to be a little different. This is from Life Today. So let's jump in. Let's have a look at this version of the song, shall we?
The gates and doors were barred and all the windows fastened down. I spent the night in sleeplessness and rose at every sound, half in hopeless sorrow and half in fear the day would find the soldiers breaking through to drag us all away. Then just before the sunrise, I heard something at the wall. The gate began to rattle and a voice began to call. I hurried to the window and looked down into the street, expecting swords and torches and the sound of soldiers' feet. But there was no one there but Mary, so I went down to let her in. And John stood there beside me as she told me where she'd been. And she said, they've moved him in the night, and none of us knows where. The stone's been rolled away, and now his body isn't there. So we both ran to the garden, then John ran on ahead. And we found the stone, an empty tomb, just the way that Mary said. But the winding sheet they wrapped him in was just an empty shell. And how or where they'd taken him, it was more than I could tell. Oh, something strange had happened there, just what I did not know. Well, John believed a miracle, but I just turned to go. Circumstance and speculation, it couldn't lift me very high, 'cause I'd seen them crucify him, and then I saw him die. Back inside the house again, the guilt and anguish came. Everything I'd promised him just added to my shame. And when at last it came to choices, I denied I knew his name. So even if he was alive, it could never be the same. Then suddenly the air was filled with a strange and sweet perfume. Light that came from everywhere drove shadows from the room. Then Jesus stood before me with his arms held open wide. And I fell down on my knees and I just clung to him and cried. Oh, but then he raised me to my feet. And as I looked into his eyes, love was shining out from him like sunlight from the skies. Guilt and my confusion disappeared in sweet release. And every fear I'd ever had just melted into peace.
tell you what, um, doesn't matter where he does it, obviously, this song. This one, um, we're not here to compare the tent revival and this one. Uh, but a little comparison is this one kind of not so much on the theatrics where, the big tent and they've got the big crowd behind him, he's got all those voices to. This one's a little bit more dramatic because it is only him. It is only his voice. Between that conversation of him singing about, what's the build up, Mary coming, you know, he's not there in the tomb and everything else, is that kind of there's no that audience, that choir behind him to bolster it up. It's just him. And then when he rips out that chorus of "He's Alive," it's that dramatic change in this one. I really like this one. Nothing's going to replace the Tent Revival because that is my favorite, hands down. But this one, on its own merits, is fantastic, absolutely fantastic as well too. So when he's holding that note, "He's alive," you really feel that he is singing it. He is meaning what he's singing, and that's that relief. That total relief that okay, he is alive. I am going to get forgiven here. And you can hear that in that voice. That was brilliant. Fantastic. We know David can sing anything. This song is amazing as well, too, just on its own. And it's just another wonderful version of the song I can add to my playlist too. So that was absolutely fantastic. So guys, let me know what you thought of that. Another weekly dose of David Phelps. Thank you very much for joining us today. Make sure you stay safe, and I will definitely see you in the next reaction video.